Hey everyone, here I am for what I think is going to be the last video of the series on how to do your in-text and reference list citations in APA format. This final video will be on how to actually format a reference list. So I'm going to start by pulling up a blank document, and in all caps, I'm going to type the word references. Then I'm just going to give it a couple of spaces. I think 4. I'm not going to worry about the formatting yet. And now I am going to pull up, this is our course Blackboard site. I am going to go into the UNC libraries. I am going to search for an article, and I think I'll go back to this list and just pull an article title from this list. And so I've highlighted the title of the article, and I'm going to simply hit Control-C. Going to go back to the browser, and I'm going to plug in using Control-V the name of the article, and I'm going to click Search. A list of articles came up, and as you will see, there are several to choose from, but this very first one towards, oh my goodness, the spelling is kind of off, but I'm believing that this was, let me go back and look, toward a consistent stance in teaching for equality. Oh, I see, it's just missing some spaces in between words. So when you find the article that you want, this is one way to get started on your reference list. If you will look, here is the title, here are the authors, and then this is a little bit of information about the article. If you wanted to actually look at the entire article, you could just go here. But what I want you to notice is over here on the right-hand side, there are these quotation marks. And if you hover the little hand over the quotation mark, you can see that the box comes up that says Cite this item. If you click on this, another box will open, and you will see the name of the article again with the information, and then you will see this little arrow for a drop-down box under Choose a Citation Format. So if you click on the drop-down box, you will see that there are several forms of citation formats. If you click on APA, it will give you a preview of what the citation will look like. You can then drag and highlight, hit Control-C, go back to your document, and hit Control-V, and it sort of pops a basic formatting into your document. But you'll see that there are a couple of things that don't look quite right about it. It's highlighted, there's a box highlighted in blue, there's a bullet mark here. Anyway, but for right now, I'm just going to leave it there, and we'll come back to formatting in a few minutes. Now I'm going to go back to our browser, and this time I'm going to open Google Scholar. From Google Scholar, you can also use a citation tool, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to pull up oh, I'm in all caps. My apologies. I'm going to pull up another article that I am an author on, and the name of the article is Parent Implementation of Recall, a Systematic Case Study. In Google Scholar, you will see the same sort of information, the title of the article, the authors in the order of importance of contribution to the particular research or article. Then there is an abstract. If you click on, I always open it in a new tab, and I will show you why. You want to look at the article, open it in a new tab, and then you can see lots of information. Again, the title of the article, the authors, the name of the journal, the volume and edition number, when it was published, and then finally the page number range. Then you can see the actual article as it was published in the paper journal. So that's where you can get your page numbers and things. So And again, once again, here's all the information to cite. But if you go back to Google Scholar, right underneath all of the information, including the abstract, is the word cite. Again, if you hover the little hand over it and click on it, another box will come up with different citation formats. You will see there's first MLA, then APA. If you click, just one click, it will highlight the information that you need. Once again, all you have to do is hit Control-C, go back to your document, hit Control-V, the information pops up. Then I give it a couple of spaces, and just for the sake of having some more items to show you in the reference list, I'm going to just copy. I'm going to find one that's just different, so we have different authors' names. Let me go up here and take out Handline and Davis. Okay, here's one that here are the authors, and this is a different author. So I'm going to click Cite. I'm going to click APA. I'm going to hit Control Copy, go back to my reference list, give it a Control V, give it a couple of spaces, and I think I'll go back and just pull one more article to give you something, an example. Here's one more that has two authors, Hart and Whalen. I'm going to click Cite, APA, Control-C, go to my document, and Control-V. So I have 4 articles listed here under my reference list. The first one is Athanassis, then Whalen, Handline, Davis, then Ward, Whalen, Rusnak, Wendell, and Pascal, and then Hart, Whalen. So the first thing that I want to do is to get these in alphabetical order. So Athanassis comes first, Athanassis. Then I'm going to take Hart. I'm going to highlight it and cut it, doing Control X. I'm going to insert it here. And look, it's sort of formatting on its own. I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then I'm also going to take Ward, because Ward will come before Whalen. Control X, Control V. Okay, so now I have a mess here. So what I'm going to do is show you how to format all of this. I'm going to highlight the entire document. I'm going to come up here and choose the font that I want, New Times Roman. I'm going to choose one font size, so everything is the same. So I now have New Times Roman, and I have 12-point font. Then over here in the tab that says Paragraph, I'm going to click on the little arrow, and I'm going to do a couple of things. The first thing I'm going to do is come to line spacing, and I'm going to choose single. And then I'm going to be sure that my before and after each line is 0 points, and I'm going to click OK. So everything is in single spacing format. So I can see that I need a space between the first and the second journal article. So I'm going to put those there. And I'm going to finally clean up the rest of this. So the first thing I'm going to do is highlight this section that has the bullets. And I am going to click here on the bullets, and I am going to choose None. Then I'm going to place my cursor at the beginning, and I'm simply going to hit backspace and take those tabs out. And then the last thing I'm going to do is highlight this section where it's blue and shaded, and then I'm going to come over here under the paragraph section where there's a little paint bucket, and I'm going to pull down the drop-down menu, and I'm going to choose No Color. So our formatting should look good. I think I might have some, oh, see this little thing? That means there's a tab or return right there. So I'm going to click right there and just hit my backspace key, and it's going to be sure that all of my margins are flush to the left. Okay, so the last thing that I want to do for APA formatting is the first thing I want to do is be sure that I look at everything to be sure that it looks right, because sometimes there will be some mistakes when you use the citation key. Down here in the last article, I can see that there's an error in that all of the words are capitalized. And so I'm going to go back and I'm going to change those to lowercase letters, except where we need the uppercase letters, which is the first letter of the first word. Here is an acronym that we need to leave all capitalized. And here's the first word after a colon, so we need to leave that capitalized. So I'm going to take a look and read over each one of these to be sure that everything is like it's supposed to be. One thing that I do want to mention is when you list a DOI, you do not finish your reference with a period, because if you were to put a period right there and then you were to copy this DOI and included the period, you would not find the article with that there, because periods do mean things in web addresses. So you do not have to finish a DOI with a period. I'm looking at the rest of the titles and everything, and it looks like everything looks okay. So I'm going to finish up my formatting by putting the word references in the center and then clicking the B and making it bold. And then finally, instead of using the return and the tab key, I'm going to highlight all of my citations. I'm going to come and do one last thing. I'm going to click on the paragraph, and then in indentation under special, I'm going to click on hanging. And when I do that, it will format my citations to look exactly like they should in APA format. So the first line is over at the left margin, and then any other lines in the rest of that citation are indented, and you don't use the tab key. You simply use the hanging indentation, the rest of it, and it formats everything. So I hope that this has given you good information on how to cite your references in the text, and then also how to format your reference list at the end of your paper. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I hope that this has been helpful to you and that it will help you firm up your citations and your reference list at the end of your research paper. So that's it for now. Thank you.